are going to keep fighting. We're going to keep rallying tomorrow and beyond until he's home where he belongs.
Tonight on DC News Now, the president admitting he could bring a Maryland father home, but won't. The ongoing fight to bring Kilmar Abrego Garcia home.
And a former teacher turns herself in for an alleged attack. The shock tonight in Fairfax County and what police say happened.
Hey everyone, seeing a dry night, but I am tracking scattered showers and storms for your Thursday. More on that coming up.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be rocking. It's going to be huge, and we're going to win.
Excitement building for Washington Capitals fans. It's Game 5 in their playoff series against the Montreal Canadiens.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Tosa Fakile. Susan Tran has the night off. We're going to begin right now checking with your weather tonight. It has been a beautiful day in our region.
It certainly has. And you know what? We should just soak it in right now because the next few days, not as nice, unfortunately. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb on the next couple days, Janessa.
Yeah, we are super excited to finally see a nice day today. Sunset at 8 o'clock, so longer days ahead until August, folks, before we kind of switch back into some shorter days. 76 right now at the 9 o'clock hour. It is super dry. We're sitting under mostly cloudy conditions and winds. They are minimal. We dealt with dew points today. It was quite muggy across the region where you needed the AC. Not so much tonight. The cold front has passed our region, and so that's why you're seeing a lot of 40s and 50s across Northern Virginia. Still some mugginess out there with a lot of moisture in the upper atmosphere into the lower 60s. Temperatures as well above average for this time of year. We had a lot of 80s, upper 60s to lower 70s right now, and so it's super comfortable with satellite composite radar just showing you all the dry conditions that are taking place. Overnight tonight, we will stay crystal clear across all of the region. It will be a little bit cooler with the northwesterly wind. We'll get down to the upper 50s in most locations, and then as we go into your Thursday, we do have a change in this weather pattern. I do have storms. They're back in the forecast by tomorrow afternoon. We'll time those out coming up.
All right, Janessa, thank you. We'll check in with you soon. Tonight, covering the latest in the case of the Maryland man mistakenly deported. President Trump now says he could help bring him back to the United States, but has decided not to. All of this after his own legal team argued the White House doesn't have the authority to return Kilmar Abrego Garcia.
It has now been a month and a half since the 29-year-old was deported to a maximum security prison in El Salvador. It comes despite a court order from 2019 barring him from being sent back to his native country. DC News Now's Ben Dennis continues to track this case and joins us live tonight in the district.
And Ben, the president's admission that he could bring back Garcia could smell trouble in the government's case against him.
It could, and that's likely going to be discussed in future court proceedings and not long from now. But meantime, the president, yes, his admission isn't about face from his own senior officials, which had said that it's up to El Salvador's president to return Garcia back to the States. Ahead of a rally tomorrow to support his return back to the U.S., the judge handling his case is revising some key deadlines.
Tonight, legal drama heats up in the Kilmar Abrego Garcia case after the government first admitted to mistakenly deporting him. President Trump now telling ABC News he's decided not to help return Garcia to the States, though he could.
You could get him back. There's a phone on this desk.
I could.
You could pick it up, and with all the power of the presidency, you could call up the president of El Salvador and say, send him back right now.
And if he were the gentleman that you say he is, I would do that.
But the court has ordered you to facilitate that.
The president's admission contradicts his own top aides who have said the case is out of their hands because he's in El Salvador.
We, as a U.S. government, cannot forcibly retrieve him against the wishes of El Salvador.
Meantime, local protests continue to advocate for Garcia's return, including one Katherine Jackson's organization, CASA, planned Thursday.
We are going to keep fighting. We're going to keep rallying tomorrow and beyond until he's home where he belongs.
Garcia's deportation continues to draw the ire of those citing a lack of due process after a court order barred him from being deported back to his native El Salvador. Among top leaders taking issue, Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen.
I am not vouching for Mr. Abrego Garcia, but I am vouching for his constitutional right to due process.
But the White House claims the 2019 order barring Garcia's deportation is invalid because he's a member of MS-13. That's something Garcia's legal team disputes.
I haven't seen a lot of proof in court, and it's very easy to say this stuff when you're not under oath at a press conference, but do it in court, do it when you have a duty of candor to the court, do it when you're at a risk of perjury. That's when I'll believe it.
And the update today from the federal judge that's handling this case has several different directives. Number one, that attorneys for Garcia have until Friday to revise their request for the Department of Homeland Security to provide more information, more evidence in this case. They also said, the judge, that DHS has through Monday night to provide answers to questions that they still have not answered, including that work that they've been doing to return him. Outside of DHS headquarters in Southwest DC, Ben Dennis, back to you.
In our schools, a former Fairfax County teacher accused of assaulting a student and teacher. Those alleged incidents happened in March. Police say 61-year-old Mary Simmons turned herself in on Monday. They say she attacked a student and teacher in late March at Park Lawn Elementary School in Alexandria. Investigators tell us the school district placed her on administrative leave upon hearing about the allegations. And parents say the news is unsettling.
It's a little concerning and disappointing since, most of their 6 months, 7 months, 5 days a week, they are with our daughters and our kids at school. So it is a little nerve-wracking sometimes to hear that.
Well, Simmons was a teacher with Fairfax County Schools since 2019, but retired soon after being placed on leave. Now, the school district releasing a statement that says, in part, student and staff safety remain our top priority. We're working in partnership with FCPD on this matter.
D.C. and federal workers rallying together today to lobby members of Congress to restore D.C.'s budget. The district will need to cut about $400 million from the budget if Congress doesn't pass a bill to fix it. Now, D.C. workers met with congressional leaders on the Hill calling for the D.C. Local Funds Act to be put up for a vote. That bill is intended to be a budget fix after Congress passed the spending plan in March that forced the district to revert back to its 2024 spending levels. The Senate passed the fix, but the House still has not. Meanwhile, tensions are rising over the 2026 budget in D.C. The mayor was supposed to give her proposal to the council on April 2nd, but that was delayed a month. And Bowser says it's because of the congressional interference with the current budget. We'll have more on both of these stories ahead in our next half hour. And to the ice, happening right now, the Washington Caps playing Game 5 of their playoff series against the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah, so win tonight and they move on to the next round of the playoffs. Checking in on the score, look at this, looking pretty good. Caps winning 3-0. The third period is set to begin soon there at Capital One Arena. All right, so far so good. That's what we like to see. Our Max Marcilla joining us live tonight outside Capital One Arena.
Max, the Caps are so close to the next round. What's the atmosphere like right out there?
Well, right now there's a lot of people walking around inside the arena waiting for that third period to start and waiting for a celebration. This was a very confident group of Capitals fans who went into the arena a few hours ago with a lot of energy, and clearly they brought that energy to their seats and to the ice because the team, as you mentioned, looks great. The Capitals are well on their way, just 20 minutes of hockey away from their first series win since the Stanley Cup. The fans we spoke with say they were expecting that, saying that they were really anticipating this first place team would take care of business and finish off the series tonight, saying it's been a great season and they already have their eyes on what they're expecting will be next.
We're looking to Carolina, baby.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be in Raleigh pretty soon.
We're going down to Raleigh.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be rocking. It's going to be huge, and we're going to win.
We're excited for the season and for where it's going, and very excited for Ovechkin this year too as well.
Yeah, it's been quite a fun season with Ovechkin tying and then breaking the record, and then the Caps looking real good. So again, they're 20 minutes away. Chris and Tosin need a good third period because, you know, those 3-0 leads in hockey can get you a little nervous sometimes, but 20 more minutes of good hockey and the Caps will be moving on. And in about an hour, we'll have another live report, hopefully talking to some of these Caps fans who may be very happy on their way out. Reporting live from Capital One Arena, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
All right, let's hope so. We'll see you then, Max. Thanks. Meanwhile, one driver rescued when their car flipped over in Arlington, Virginia. It happened here at the intersection of Langston Boulevard and North Lexington Street around 8:45 this morning. Still unclear what led to the crash, but the driver was taken to the hospital. We're told they will be okay. On the details in this next story could be found disturbing. A Suitland, Maryland man is accused of murdering his girlfriend, then wrapping her body in plastic and covering her in concrete. Prince George's County Police arrested Michael McClanahan. They say 44-year-old Sharon Turner was reported missing April 21st. 3 days later, during a welfare check, police say they found her body in her living room. Court documents released today show McClanahan has a history of domestic violence and violating protective orders. He's now being held in the district on unrelated charges.
Investigators say they're looking for the person or people who deliberately set a home on fire in Montgomery County this morning. The home is on Frederick Road, not far from Clarksburg High School. Investigators say the fire, which started in the kitchen, is arson. A witness told them they saw children running from the house around the time of the fire. We talked to a neighbor who asked us to keep her identity hidden.
I'm very concerned because, like I said, it's just next to our house. We can just cross some feet and maybe they can come here in the night. We never know. It's not safe for my kids, for myself.
And fire investigators say the fire caused over $110,000 in damage. And still in Montgomery County, police are seeing a 27% decrease in total crime in the Wheaton area. Officials say overall crime numbers dropped from just over 1,800 to about 1,300 in the first quarter of 2025. Officials say efforts to increase patrol, target narcotics, and community engagement contributed to that reduction.
Well, breaking news now at 9. Senate Republicans have narrowly defeated a bill that would have blocked President Trump's global tariffs.
Yeah, the president announced far-reaching tariffs on nearly all U.S. trading partners on April 2nd, but suspended the import taxes for 90 days. Now, that vote in the Senate came to a tie tonight, 49-49. A Democratic senator was absent from the vote today, denying Democrats the votes needed for that bill to pass. Democrats, however, say their primary goal with this bill was to put Republicans on the record about the president's tariffs.
Well, this comes as President Trump has now been in office for 100 days. Today, dozens of protesters blocking D.C. streets and holding signs in a rally against the president's controversial term so far. Protesters criticizing policies they say are hurting immigrants and the working class. Earlier today, the president insisted the economy is former President Biden's and urged Americans to be patient. Ukraine and the U.S. have reached an economic deal to give the U.S. access to Ukraine's rare minerals. It's in hopes of ensuring continued support in Ukraine's 3-year war with Russia. Ukrainian officials finalized a deal here in Washington today. President Trump previously indicated he wanted access to earth minerals as a condition for the U.S.'s continued support in the war.